Right, so this is Audronaša. We are here with Avulsed, and you are first time in Devilstone Festival. How do you like it here? Do you enjoy the rain?
We came with the rain because right here when we get to the festival, it was completely shiny, and suddenly it became raining, and complete seas over us. So I think we're Spanish. We are used to the sun shining and the whole shit. And right now, we came the rain with us. So, but we're enjoying anyway because we are here. Latvia it's a rainy place. It's okay.
You have been active for more than 20 years, yet you have kind of few full-length albums released. You pretty much release one in average every 3 years. Why do you take your time so much with your albums?
First of all, because we are really lazy. yeah, we're really lazy. We like to tour a lot. We like to play live a lot. But we're not the typical band that is composing after every show is composing 3 or 4 songs. We take our time, and we don't mind if there is 3 or 4 years between the one record and the next one. We want to do the best, and sometimes we are lazy. We are really late. There's no problem at all. But the main thing is that we do our own timings. Nobody's telling us when we have to release an album and when we have not.
In your band's career, you have pretty much stayed true to your original style from your first album. How do you keep yourself on track and, like many bands, don't go in another direction experimenting?
I think it's a kind of being real to yourself, because, of course, you are changing with the time a little bit. You keep your roots. 20 years ago, we were not the same people. We were younger, of course, But the main thing is that is death metal. We began playing death metal, and we keep on playing death metal. Sometimes it's a kind more thrashy, sometimes it can a little more brutal. But the main thing is the old school death metal, because we are old school. We are not young anyway. So the main thing is keep on doing what you really like to do. That's the only point.
You are, as veterans of the scene, when would you say was the peak of popularity of this brutal music?
All the music, or you mean all the bulls?
Death metal, I mean.
Death metal, the glorious era was early 90s, like in 91, 92, maybe something between 89 and 92, 93, with many bands like, I don't know, Obituary, Morbid Angel, Carcass, all the stuff that were really doing great songs, great CDs, and Entombed, Dismember, Unleashed. That was a great era. But apart of that, the point of the underground scene, the underground death metal scene, is that has keep on going. The rest, late 90s was harder. 2000s were harder even enough. But the main thing is that we're still here. That's the point.
Growling for 20 years, how to maintain the vocals, how to not get your voice tired after screaming for such a long time?
To the singer.
Well,
Dave, yeah?
yes. Just got used to it, so and there is no secret about that. I think with the time my voice gets even more putrid, more rotting. So it's not a problem. With every year, my voice gets even more brutal. So no problem about
that. Ritual Zombie will be your first album with Oscar on the drums. What new things do you bring to the band, and how will this album differ from the other albums?
Well, the last albums, I think that the Ricky, the drummer, he has a good work in this album, and now the band have clarity that I can to composing all my drawing with. I feel free, very without problem, very happy, and I think that this album is more brutal. Like Tana said, is a bit part of a bit black, a bit thrash, but the more feeling that you see in the album is death metal old school.
And the main thing, me as bass player, the main thing about this guy is that he's more into the beat. You know, he's like each time we are playing, if he suddenly wants to do something, before he does it, I know it. I'm bass player, so it's like pa 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 means pa pa pa. That's beautiful. That's great. It's great. And by the way, all the drummers we have, all they were really beautiful people. All they were great drummers. But right now, life changes, and right now we have Oscar, and he has fed to the band really great. It's not because of he's close by my side right now. And you're welcome. No, the main thing is that he got the idea of the band really well. He's been playing for 1 year and a half. He began playing with us in April 2012, and he got all the old songs really fast, and he has for the new album. We have not to tell him what to do. He knows what to do, and that's great. That's great.
Besides the album, this year you will also be releasing an EP under a different label. Why under a different label?
Because it's an EP. It's an EP. It's something we were not releasing an EP, a 7-inch EP since Carnivorosity. That was 1996, long ago. So a friend of us has his own label. I want to do something with you. Okay. We record. We were supposed to record 10 songs plus the cover, plus the intro, outro, and interlude, and so. And we kept one of the songs out for the EP, and a part of that there will be a surprise on the B side.
Chan chan.
Chan chan.
Right, your vocalist Dave owns his own label, Extreme Music. What are the benefits for you as a band having your own label that you own pretty much?
All. That's the word. All. We are really lucky, and I've been working with him for 5 years in Extreme Music. We're really lucky of someone of us is keeping his own label, because if no label wants to release us, we don't mind. We're getting the album outside anyway. If it's not with Extreme Music, it's with other. But at least in the West Europe, at least we have Extreme Music. This time, by the way, this time is gonna be really beautiful, because on 1st September, our new album, Ritual Zombie, is in Spanish. Ritual Zombie. It's not Zombie Ritual, It's Ritual Zombie in Spanish. It's gonna be released the same day in the whole fucking world. We have one label, Severe Music, for the United States and Canada. For Central America, we have sorry, I don't remember. We have another label for Central America. We have another label for South America. We have Coyote Records for Russia, and Coyote Records will release it here. We're releasing it with Obliteration in Japan, and we're releasing it even in cassette in Malaysia. The whole thing at the same time on the same day. That's fucking weird. That's fucking great for us. We couldn't get that only 5 years ago. That's beautiful.
Can you give some new bands a tip? How do you get your band signed to Extreme Music?
Something really easy. info@extrememusic.com. Send your stuff. Dave, our singer, he's the one that he hears everything. As I told you, I've been working with him for 5 years. So I remember that anything. Each demo, each new CD from the biggest band, from each demo, from the smallest band, we heard everything. And if it's good, it's good. It has to fit with the timings, it has to fit to the contract or whatever. But the main thing is only send it. Right now it's really easy because of the internet thing, and so you have not to send it with the like all the stupid stuff, like you are sending a bad letter or whatever. It's only to do it in fucking email with a link to your stuff. It's really easy.
Do you think that in modern times and nowadays, can a death metal release something that shocking that it would get banned? And Australia and Germany doesn't count. They're kind of pussies. They ban pretty much everything. But do you think there is still some limits of brutality to be reached?
There are no limits. There are no limits, and they never were. The main thing is that death metal. The beautiful thing about death metal is that okay. It's a label for a style, but it's really open because Obituary in the old school stuff, Obituary had nothing to do with Morbid Angel. Morbid Angel had nothing to do with it. Tomb had nothing to do with Ball Thrower. What's the fucking thing? This is so big that you can do what the fucking you want. Only try to do something at your own. Most of the bands right now, of course, when you are beginning, you have your own influence and you look like. Right. There are many bands that on their first demo they sound like Morbid Angel, for instance. But on the first CD, of course, the influence from Morbid Angel is okay. But then they got their own on the first CD. There are many bands that they have the influence. I don't know, Behemoth, they are really great. They're fucking huge. We know them. They are really nice guys, and they have a big influence by Morbid Angel. What's the fucking point? They do that, but with their own heart, with their own experience, with their own point of view. Do what the fuck you want. That's the point about death metal. I don't care about the mainstream. I don't care about the pop things. I do what the fuck I want. That's death metal, and that's the beautiful of that.
So after your album's release, do you have any plans for tours or anything to celebrate?
Of course. We are a band that we have never kept down touring. We try to tour as much as we can. But when we release a new album, we tour even more. So we release it on 1st September. So from 1st September, there were plenty of gigs. And but early spring, in the spring 2014, we're gonna do a complete European tour. Maybe not the spring, early summer, something like May, something like that. But part of that, we're trying to do the most festival we have, that like today. Beautiful place, by the way.
Your last words for your fans in Lithuania.
Okay. First of all, thank you for hearing all this interview. It's not a big, long time, but anyway, thank you anyway. And keep it brutal. Keep it death. If you really like it, enjoy it, do it. It's not so hard. Do it.
Right, thank you.